All right, guys, I'm back. It's June 5th, and you know who else is back? The hot batter versus pitcher matchups, okay, that we've been on fire with. I got a couple players that I absolutely love for today. But before we do, let's recap last time. All right, the last time we had one, we had Profar. He singled for us. Set up a great opportunity later in the day to watch Harper do nothing for us as he got no hit. So unsuccessful day. That was on June 2nd. And also to recap June 1st, where we were going in with a sweep. We were 3-0 going in with Mookie Betts, and Mookie Betts could not get it done. So we ended up on June 1st with a 3-1 day. But I got two players today that I think get us right back on track. All right, recapping the season. Of the last 182 batters that I suggest on the channel, we've correctly hit 137 of them just to record a hit and missed on 45 of them for a 75% hit rate. All right, then when I added some new criteria that weeded out some pitchers that are too good and weeded out some batters that aren't good enough. Of the last 89, we've hit 74 of them just to record a hit. That's 75 winners or 74 winners. I'm getting ahead of the game here, guys. And 15 players that did not get a hit for us for an 83% hit rate. All right, let's get right to these plays for today. Up Rutschman versus Berrios. So when you look at Jose Berrios's pitch usage percentage, he loves that sinker at a 44% rate on the season. I don't know why he loves it so much. He's giving it up at a 317 batting average, not very good. And Rutschman says, "Give me some sinker, baby," because I hit that at a 313 rate all season long. The next pitch, the slurve ball that most players don't really see much of. He throws that at 40% of the time. Gives it up at a 271 rate. Rutschman hasn't seen one slurvey all year, 0 attempts at a slurve. So that's where that wild card comes in with this matchup that resorts to this one falling under that criteria where it's only hitting at 75%. It's not that 83% because there's, when you analyze the pitcher matchup here, there's a big question mark on the second most pitched ball, which accounts for 40% of what he might see. So I still love this matchup, but let's move on to the next pitch. 11% the four-seam fastball. He gives it up at a 308 batting average. Again, not very good. Rutschman almost hitting it at a 300 rate on the season. And then the fourth pitch, 9% of the time, change up, 231 batting average given up. Rutschman hitting that at a 192 rate. But I want to bring attention to the matchup between these two. There's been 19 at-bats, and Rutschman has hit 12 of the 19. He's been on fire against Berrios with 3 home runs and 2 walks. So that's interesting. You might look at that and go, "Oh, this is amazing. You're going to get a hit no matter what." Why wouldn't he, I think there's a good opportunity here where Berrios might not pitch to him at all. I mean, at least try to throw balls and start swinging at things that you normally wouldn't swing at, because I'm not going to give you anything really good to hit, which could create a situation where a walk could be very opportunistic in terms of playing a walk, playing a side bet, maybe an insurance policy of playing Rutschman to walk in this game. I believe the odds would be very favorable for that because he only walks about 26% of the time. So he's not someone who walks a lot. So typically, I bet you his odds to walk normally would be plus 200, plus 240, maybe even higher. I don't know. Maybe I'm totally wrong. Maybe they're thinking the same thing I am, the books, because what I just laid out. But if the odds are juicy enough, I'm going to consider playing that. I'll put in the pinned comments what I'm doing, because I think this is a great opportunity for him to probably get walked if he just is patient. So there you go. Let's move on. Ballpark Pal has this list as a strong advantage for Rutschman. He represents the worst 7th percentile of possible matchups for Jose Berrios. Rutschman's been on fire all season long, baby. He's recorded at least one hit in 36 of his last 43. Oh my, that's unbelievable. 270 batting average versus right-handed pitchers. Like I said, baseline prediction is just record a hit, and that's the only thing I'm going to consider in this game, because when you look at the barrel rate and ISO rate of Rutschman, very low. He's a no home run threat for me. I don't even want to consider over 1.5 total bases, so just stick to the baseline prediction to at least record a hit. All right, the final matchup, Jose Altuve versus Mikolas. When you look at Mikolas's pitch usage percentage, loves to throw that slider 28% of the time. He gives it up at a 250 batting average. Altuve, a 261 rate, hitting the slider all season long. Next pitch, 27%, the sinker, giving that up at a 273 batting average. Altuve almost hitting that pitch all season long at a 300 rate. Getting into the third pitch, 21%, the four-seam fastball, not commanding that ball very well. 318 batting average giving up by Mikolas. And Altuve loves the fastball. He hits it at a 356 rate all season long. And then the fourth pitch, 9%, the curveball, 250 batting average given up. Altuve hitting that at a 333 rate. And he also throws 9%. I can't fit them all on the screen. Mikolas throws a sweeper at 9% of the time, gives it up at a 286 batting average. And Jose Altuve hits that at a 333 rate on the season. Ballpark Pal has a strong advantage for Altuve. He represents the worst 15 percentile of possible matchups for Mikolas. Altuve is just a beast all season long. He's been hitting the ball really well. He's recorded at least one hit in 48 of his last 60 games. He's got a 250 batting average versus right-handed pitchers in the last 14 days. And my baseline prediction is just record a hit. I'm not going to consider him as a home run threat. I'm not going to consider him for over 1.5 total bases because his barrel rate and his ISO rate are too low. And this matchup also grades out not at that 83% hit rate, but the 75% hit rate because Mikolas is not a great pitcher. He's not a horrible one either. I mean, but Altuve, we know he's great, but some of his numbers right now are not high enough that meet that criteria. So both of these plays are in that lower tier of 75%. That have been hitting at a 75% rate all season long. So I think we have a great opportunity. We'll see when the odds come out to be able to parlay both of them together just to get a hit. And I think we'll have reasonable odds. So I'll leave it right there. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.